So we have the notch cut out here. We want to check and make sure that the bolt is sitting down into the location, and that when it's sitting there, it's sitting perpendicular to the handle. So we have a 90-degree angle. Look at the end. We want to make sure that it's coming up straight from the end then also. So we have in line with the handle here, so it's not sitting off to the side like that in either direction. Okay? You want it to be sitting straight and down and a 90-degree angle. We've cleaned the bolt using the board we had there. We filed off the top, cleaned that again. And since if it's not on the same day that you cut this out and file this out, we want to go back and just at least very lightly take any oxidation off of that might have occurred. Then we also want to, on our sides here, we want to clean them up a little bit. That black that's on there is the scaling, and we want to remove that so we can get a good bond with the metal. So I'm just going to use the metal file. I'm going to lightly, just around the area. So if we look on top here, you can see that right where I'm meeting that notch, it's cleaned up. So I can bond with it real well there. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'll flip it. And I'm just going to clean the scaling up right around that notch. By the way, on that label that I gave last week for the video, or 2 weeks ago, the knot, I would have not, it should have been notched. I misspelled that. So now we have these two pieces here. They're going to sit properly. When it sits in there, sit at a 90-degree angle and sit right in this direction as well. We want the hex head here. We want to sit off the outsides evenly so that our bolt's centered. So whatever overhang is on this side should be on this side as well. Now the trick is going to be, and with a lot of welding and a lot of gluing with woodworking, our trick is our clamping setup. So what I've made are some C-clamps that have these little receptacles here that are going to allow us to put the bolt into the receptacle. And then that gives, there's a hole in the back side which goes onto that little knob there. And then we're going to just put that into the handle and tighten that on. It doesn't have to be smashed or tight. It just has to be tight enough that you can hold it without the thing falling off. And then we want to go ahead and look again and make sure that we still have what we thought we had before, the 90-degree angles and so forth, that the bolt is still sitting squarely how we wanted it to on here. So I'm going to be critical of my work here. It looks like it's a little bit an angle that way. So I'm just going to tap the bottom over a little bit, and that should bring it back. With a small peen hammer here, just going to tap that base. And that looks better. So now we have a 90-degree angle here. And we are, our offset is a little bit off here. Looks like I could probably come over a little bit in this direction. That was pretty good. Okay, so I'm happy with that setup there. I also have it sitting in here that I'm going to be able to access this side with heat and this side with heat. Okay? So at this point, I have it clamped up how I want it. I have to get a situation now that I can hold this sitting like this. So I'm going to sandwich it with 2 fire bricks. And I'm going to talk to you next about how we're going to set up the acetylene tank, how we get the proper PSI for our acetylene and our oxygen.